And my mother is half the size of me. And I remember thinking she was the most beautiful lady in the world. And she turned around and she goes, "Gosh, I'm so fat. I'm so ugly. I don't know why my husband married me." And from that moment on, I was taught to think I was ugly and fat, and that nobody would like me unless I was skinny and beautiful. So as I grew up in a Christian household, and we went to Sunday school, and loving the Lord was something I said I did, and I thought I did, and I convinced many people. And at the age of 10, my father baptized me, and my youth minister did the sermon, and I really cried. And then I finally thought that I was cleansed and pure and perfect in the Lord's eyes. A couple of years went by, and I turned 13, started a relationship behind my parents' back, and he turned out to be mentally and physically abusive. He tore me down like I learned to tear myself down. By the age of 14, I was exhausted with life. I didn't want to go on anymore, and I wrote a suicide note and took off. I obviously didn't do anything, but I had the intentions, and I tried it 3 other times, and it just wasn't pulling the right chords for me. I said, well, you know, maybe I can live, but suicide just isn't a thing. What else? What else can I do to take away my pain? I went to my parents, and I said, you know, I'm not having really good thoughts, and I really don't think there's a God, because he really hasn't proven anything to me. And when I was that age, I needed to have things proven to me. I was a questioner. And my parents just looked in my eyes and said, what does a 14-year-old have to worry about? Those words stick in my head still today, just because I think truly if they were to say, tell me what's going on, my life would have been different. So I learned to keep my feelings inside, to not talk about anything that was bothering me. I went on portraying that I was a happy, innocent little girl, and I was nothing but. The age of 15, I had a lot of stress going on in my life and didn't know how to talk about things. I started cutting myself in places nobody could see, and when that didn't work, I held my breath, causing my right eye to go blind. And it was a month before I was supposed to get my driver's license, and I remember thinking, nah, I'm not going to be able to get my driver's license. Look what I did. But luckily, 3/4 of my vision came back, and I was able to get a driver's license. I just thought it was luck. I kept going on and dating this guy throughout high school. He was in and out of rehabs. He too was physically and mentally abusive, and I just thought that's how guys were. Even though my father portrayed nothing of that, I just thought guys were like that. When I was 19, I ended up pregnant. I knew that abortion was out of the question because I was against it. But my family was so against me because I was a single mother who was going to give birth out of wedlock. They were going to send me to Alabama to give birth and then come back like nothing happened without my daughter. I soon found my solid ground and spoke out finally for what I felt and what I wanted. And I told them that I will do it and I'll prove you all wrong. And I will be the most strong single mother ever. I had Cheyenne on January 27th, 2004. And it was the most awesome day of my life. It was amazing, even though it hurt so much. I would have done it 10,000 times again just to see her smile. I grew so reliant on that little girl, and I had no clue how much I was relying on her to bring me happiness. My strength was from her, and every time I had a bad day, I went and held my daughter. Yes, you're supposed to do that with your children, but you're not supposed to rely on them so much that there's nobody else that can help you. My mom lost her parents when Shina was 18 months old, and when my mother lost her parents, I lost my mom. She went from being an energetic, happy mother to a depressed, sad, and mad mother who I couldn't talk to anymore because every time I had a problem, it was back to, what do you have to worry about? I just lost my parents. So I started closing up again, not talking about anything going on with me. And then in Christmas of 2006, I let my daughter go with her dad for 2 weeks for the first time. That's when Satan took a hold of me and started making me dream that he was killing her. And it started speaking to me in ways that I didn't think were possible. I took a handful of pills, and as soon as I did that, my daughter's picture fell right into my lap. I started crying, and I called my friend, and she took me to the hospital. And after that, I was admitted to St. Joe's for 5 days. And then my mother thought it was her fault, so I didn't talk to her about anything. But I was able to get out by bringing my boyfriend in to the family session. I got out the same person I was. I held back and I didn't talk, and I moved right in with my boyfriend. A couple months went by, it was tough, and we were having a fight about financial issues, and he slammed me against the wall and threatened to kill me. That's when I knew that I had to change my life and I needed to get out of there, because I wasn't going to let the man do that in front of my